See the audio. Oh,
K4S. Mhm. While you're doing that, Jackson, who did you have for secretary? Jackson. Who did you have for secretary? Hmm. KQ4UQT is Adam Austin's call sign, yes. Jan Harris is KG4BTK. Oh, okay. Well, Billy Griffin is WA4JPE. K4SK, that's correct.
JANG. Oh, is that a guy? That's it.
Was Jan going to be a director or a no. Director, got it.
Anyway, we don't have anybody running against anybody. I heard that they get motion slate and listed. Make a motion, that's your motion. Second motion to set the vote for the office for next year, we have later. Myself as president, Justin Ellis as the vice president.
Connor as treasurer, Billy and Jan as board members, Rajesh also, and then Adam as secretary. I'll second that. Go ahead. We have a second.
I fulfill our obligations for elections for next year, sir. All in favor? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? There's the door.
Daniel, if you grab that lavalier, we can pick you up on the audio.
So that covers our.
Well, we haven't heard the treasury report, all right, and I haven't read the minutes from the last meeting.
Testing, 1, 2.
Yeah, it was on. Let me push it up a little bit. Try now. Talking to the little bitty button at the end of the cable.
Computer's on and off there.
No.
Getting it going. Hey, we got video.
Yeah.
Cool.
We have Paul P&L on this one.
Hooray.
Good deal. And
Now we can hear
Justin,
ourselves beating
Cheyenne,
back from behind us.
we did pick up one or two new members this month. I should have their names, but I didn't write them down, bring them in with me. Have to get better at this. Hello. Tower sync.
We can hear you echoing.
It's getting back.
All right, well, I'll just speak up, maybe. All right, Justin, you want to read the minutes from last meeting, or last month's meeting?
Yeah. Hang on, I gotta mute the speaker. Okay, good. Now I won't. Try not to leave back in.
And we're getting a lot of feedback.
Okay, I'm just gonna work it out.
This should be this computer.
Okay, so go back to the Zoom.
What? Somebody's got an open mic we need to shut.
We got it here, I believe.
That's not an open mic.
So,
That's wrong.
here,
Like you're not pulsing. Kinda is, isn't
I think
it?
you're getting the echoes from the camera and from the laptop.
well, let's mute the camera.
Well, that's better.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything now. Jay, are you hearing anybody in the meeting?
No, I can hear you, but I can't hear anyone from the meeting. Looks like they may have their microphone muted.
Well, you at least turn the video back on.
Well, I see the people in the meeting and just someone standing in front of the camera.
Oh, I had to go to another screen. Okay, I see.
Gentlemen, we're not getting any audio from the meeting itself.
Yeah, can you type that in the chat? Maybe they'll see it on the screen.
All right. I gotta,
Thanks.
yeah. I'm gonna change my view.
That we generated earlier in the year. So then Jack described the board nominations, and we opened up the nominations. We've already voted on those, and those officers will be installed at the January meeting. Then we have the radio giveaway, and close the meeting at approximately 8:15, I believe.
You skipped over the program. I gave a program of 3 minutes, I think. Oh, that was, yeah, that was the one I was at. Never mind.
I don't remember that,
I know it was so memorable that
but, right.
I gave a very quick talk about,
Volume, I don't know why we got that volume up on that thing right there.
very quick talk about.
Anyway, that's my, the minutes that I have for last month's meeting. I'll go take care of the feedback.
Gave a very quick talk on the program about controlling systems.
Oh, that was it.
Okay. I have a what's this one? The treasury report. In our savings account, we have
It's not coming from here.
got audio coming from something back there that I can hear it. Let's see our savings account balance. We have $848.
Is that in one-to-one financial
Yes, our ViStar.
or ViStar or whatever they call themselves these days?
It used to be the one-to-one. And our checking account, we have $1,550. And our PayPal, we have $54.
So just not shy of $2,400 total.
Online might be able to hear us better. Yeah, that's a treasury report. We got 1,500, 800, and
54.
the So this last month, we did get our name, or doing business as name taken care of. We got it registered with the state of Florida, so we are known as the First Coast Amateur Radio. So we can now start advertising, and we'll need to make us a new logo to reflect that. And if we look at an old logo, can you pull up our website, Justin?
Right now.
On the website, we have our logo. If you look at the logo itself, scroll to the bottom of the page. There's our logo. Yeah. Scroll to the bottom of the page. There's our logo where it says amateur radio. I'm suggesting that we just put First Coast just above that, so we don't have to change the logo itself. We'll just be adding First Coast Amateur Radio. We can keep the headphones with a W4RNG across the top of it. We can keep the Jacksonville Range Association, or we are still Jacksonville Range Association.
Incorporated.
Yeah, but I'm proposing that we can always play and make logos. But for now, quick and easy, put First Coast across the top of amateur radio in the same font and color. Keep the headphones, W4RNG, the tower, radio. Maybe do away with the Jacksonville Range Association and put the 146.760 for a repeater frequency across the bottom. That way everybody will recognize us as a radio club or a radio organization and something radio. Because it
So
says
we need
First Coast
7
Radio.
repeater frequencies?
What's that?
We would need 7 repeater frequencies?
It's essentially, we could. Maybe put 14676 in larger bold letters and then 6 smaller across the bottom, something like that. Any ideas we come up with, make anything work. But that would be quick and easy, fairly easy to do instead of having to come up with a whole new, because we've recently come up with that a year or 2 ago.
I think Ben may have cooked it up, maybe.
Yep, Ben and us as a group voted on it, so. But yeah, it's the name we decided to go with for the club was First Coast Amateur Radio. And I started looking at our logo and I'm like, this is gonna be pretty easy. All we gotta do is add First Coast across the top.
Should we put DBA, First Coast Amateur Radio?
Justin, why don't we just turn that audio system off?
The entire board is off.
All right, we've lost audio again.
I'm sorry, Jay, Justin, and Paul. You're gonna have to listen to me because the audio is not coming through the system.
And want to attract
I'd
younger
step away for a minute anyway.
people to the
Yeah.
club. I think
Did Paul leave?
I think so.
slogan,
Yeah.
like, are really cool sayings that, get people hyped about ham radio.
A mission statement, and in addition to a mission statement, there are two parts to that slogan idea. The most big
The
corporate.
problem is we're getting feedback, but
One's the mission
I don't know
statement,
how to
and
solve it.
one's kind of how we're going to get there, I suppose.
Yeah,
We cooked them up some years ago, but they never went anywhere.
yeah, any kind of, well, and the thing is that they don't have to be like official slogans, but they can be things that go on the shirts and the hats and the bumper stickers and stuff like that, that says something that, marketing is kind of like one of my things.
I got a wisecrack one that I like
If we
really
sell,
well.
we sell the sizzle instead of the steak, you know what I mean? Like, First Coast Amateur Radio, but like, I had some ideas, I have to like brainstorm again, but, really cool slogan stuff that's blazoned on the shirt, like, go ham with First Coast Amateur Radio. Like you guys know what go ham means, right? Like go hard as a mother. So, little stuff like that on shirts, on hats, on, things like that just is attractive, you know what I mean? That will draw people.
Something quick and dirty that has a jingle to it.
Yeah, and we can do shirts with like dozens of different ones, you know what I mean? Like the more there are, the better it'll be. And then then we got merchandise that's actually really cool instead of just like, a logo stamped on there. It's got some cool saying, like every time you see a Range shirt, it's got another cool saying like that on it. You know what I mean? You're
Yes,
like,
sir.
what's that guy's Range shirt gonna say? Is it say
I got
go
one-
ham
I
with
got
Range,
one-
go ham with First Coast Amateur Radio, or does it say, some other cool slogan like that, Yeah.
I got one that comes to mind, and the reason it comes to mind, my brother, I'm the oldest of four.
You see
My brother
Justin's
Greg,
hand.
he was- he
You
and
see
I were
Justin's
heading
hand. He's trying to get your
20 miles
attention.
Fort Myers, where I got licensed up to go see a drive-in movie theater in Punta Gorda. not Punta Gorda,
Everything.
But he was asking me about repeaters.
All
what they
switches
were,
are gonna
how they
lose.
did it.
I'm gonna lose this input.
Well, do they have them everywhere?
Yes, sir.
I said, well, not quite everywhere, and he says, well, maybe some of those places don't have anything to say worth
Lose
repeating.
our audio.
And it makes me think of where repeating began. Because we were the first repeater in the state of Florida, licensed by the Federal Communication Commission, WR4AAF. Now, we were WR4AAA, but you know what happened to the application? It was this thick. The FCC lost it. They probably got it in and said, where do we file this?
Yeah.
That turned it off.
We had to fly planes around.
Yeah, because that's through the
Radiation.
HDMI. The switcher.
Pretty awesome. Yeah, but stuff like that, it grabs people's attention. I mean, like, people are gonna go, what does that mean to go ham with
Done it.
Coast Amateur Radio?
Or where Florida repeating
Just
began.
any,
You have something, Justin?
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion. We put be radioactive on the shirt.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
radioactive, see stuff like that, and I mean, that's gonna draw attention from people who aren't hams.
That's why I said
What's
just-
that mean?
Yes, sir.
They're gonna wanna know.
Justin,
Yeah.
Yes.
you would go back to our website.
Back to the website. Here we go.
Yep, just the homepage on our website.
Nope. Hang on.
We do have a new website.
Yeah.
Now, if you look up top, well, you had it. If you look up top
Yeah,
in the menu bar, the menu bar doesn't move. You look up top, towards the left of the menu bar, right after the home button. What does that say up there? F Cars. First Coast Amateur Radio Forum. You click on that, that's our new forum website. So I made several topic areas.
Okay.
Most of them have nothing in it because nobody's posted anything as of yet. If anybody has an idea for a topic, I can add it. I think that would be a good place. Underneath the top, there's a spot for announcements.
Say that.
Scroll back up some, Justin.
Before.
I'm sorry. What did you
Scroll
say?
back up, Justin, so we can see the top of that page.
Back. Okay, yours.
Gotcha. Thank you. That's the top of the page. Go ahead.
No, go back to the forum.
I'm sorry. Top of that page.
Yeah.
I'm at the
Up
top of the
top
page.
there, or middle, underneath the header, in the pink area, it says announced. Attend our Tuesday night meeting, and you'll have a chance to win a new Uniden HR 2600 10-meter all-mode radio. Now, if anybody was looking, or that announcement will run until tonight, and then it will disappear. I've set that announcement up, so anybody going to that firstcoastamateurradio.org website will see that. And that will encourage anybody, hey, maybe I need to go to the meeting.
No purchase necessary.
So we can put announcements there. Just underneath that, the first topic hearing or topic area is announcements. That could be a good place that we could post a squelch tale. Monthly, somebody could go on there and just post what happened this month, what happened last month, what's coming up next month or 2 months away, what project the club's working on. And the good thing about a forum is one person could actually make the article, but other people can come back in underneath it and make comments. Say, I was there, I enjoyed that event, or hey, I'm going to that event.
Making it interactive.
Instead of having hot dogs, let's have hot dogs and hamburgers, or instead of having Coke, can we have Pepsi there?
Prime rib.
Yeah, people can get interactive and join in. So we can get more input from the public, other members and other people who aren't members to see what everybody else wants to see happen. And if you, let's see, Justin, underneath the announcement there, I think that says, just click on that one where it says, welcome to the W4RNG First Coast. Go down right there, click on, nope. There you go, click on that. All right, there's a topic I made. Now, if you click on the topic, it says doing business as fictitious name. If you click on, you're going to read that topic, so you got to click on it. Now, if you scroll down some, there's my little article I made. It just says the Jacksonville Range Association is proud to announce that we will now also be known as the First Coast Amateur Radio. And I also put a link there to sunbiz.org. So if anybody wants to see the official document, which I passed out, you can click on it and see the actual official document proving that we filed it. And there it is, online from the government website.
Sir.
So quick, easy, simple. Now, if you go back, Justin.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Jack.
In the squelch tale that I did for 30 years, I did it with PageMaker 4.0. There was a president's on the thing on the front page, and it involved a gallery for the president's comment.
Yeah. Well, on this thing, you can also, as you notice here, I've made a poll just for fun. You can do it underneath any topic area you make, and you can make your own question. You can make your own answers. I think you can add up to 10 answers. You can choose if a person can make one choice or multiple choices. It says, what do you think about our new name, First Coast Amateur Radio? Answer number one is, I like the new name. It sounds more like ham related, or it sounds more ham related. Answer two, this should have happened many years ago. Choice number three, I will always know us as Jacksonville Range. Response four is, I love my guns and will never give them up or the range. The next choice is, I think the new name is a bad idea. After all these years, why change? And the last choice is, I do not understand the question. Just something that you can have fun with, and people can make their responses, and everybody else can see what everybody else's votes were. I don't know if it will actually show you what individual votes were, but you can see the overall results of what.
You get a feel for what
Yeah.
the crowd noise is.
Exactly. And that way we can do this on anything the club's doing. Any topic or antennas, you can make a poll, the post you build. You want to get input, you can make a survey or whatever you call these things. Just something interesting, interactive, trying to get everybody else involved, trying to get an idea on how the members want to steer the club, what direction they want us to go in. Just another way to get
Well, maybe
input.
instead of 5 stars, you could do 5 antennas.
But this is our new forum for the website or for our organization. I encourage everybody to go. You have to register, have to email in and make a username. And
Profile.
yep, you can make your little avatar. Mine's a little American flag with an eagle. It's that everywhere I'm at. You can make your own. There's a lot of avatars within the forum software you can choose from. You can upload just about anything from your computer. Your signature, underneath the
Yeah, I
signature.
remember when they invented clip art.
Yep. My signature on the bottom left of my article there, it says doing business as. I don't know what Justin's doing, he made it disappear. But I think mine says it's a little signature. You can put a little quote or your name or list out your equipment you have. It's your signature, basically. You're hired, but keep up, Justin.
Hang on.
Yeah, that looks like it. No, I don't know where. Yeah, but yeah, try that one. Oh, you're on Zoom. Go back to your web browser.
I'm trying to get both of them up on the screen so that the folks on Zoom can see
The
it.
signature, you can configure that for yourself underneath your profile. Mine says, beware, I sometimes go radioactive.
Love it.
Yeah, there you go. Yep, beware, comma, I go radioactive from time to time. And you can change that, add to it. I don't know if you can actually put a picture in it. Sometimes you can. I don't know about this software. Well, we just playing, see what we can make it do. There's also a place up top underneath the header.
Can you see it now, Jack?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Actually, just above that, it says quick links. The frequently asked questions. It has really good frequently asked questions. So if you want to know how to do something, if you click on that, it's really extensive. It has a lot of stuff in there. If you need to. Says you have to change your time. What can I do? Report a post. What is BBC code? Can I use HTML? What are smileys? How can I post images? So yeah, if you have any questions, you can always go in here and hopefully you can find the answer. If not, go on the forum and ask the question. Maybe somebody can help you. So go back, Justin. The next one is the download area, right behind the frequently asked questions. If you go click on the downloads. If you click on that, I made a topic area or a group, I guess. And I've made one antenna building. You go ahead and click on that topic. And click on either one of those, the Super J-pole antenna calculator. I just made a post here. This is a program I wrote. This is a fun build, and it is an antenna that when built will work well. I have built one for 2 meters. I've actually built several of them. But access is denied because that computer's not logged in. You have to be logged in and you have to have at least 2 posts posted somewhere on the forum. Once you made 2 posts, which introduce yourself, 1 post, you'll have the right, there's a file. You click on it and it will download the file. And this is actually a program I wrote 15, 20 years ago when I was learning IT and I had to learn the first program and the only program I actually wrote. I wrote it in a Microsoft program and it compiled it and come up and it's an exe file. You click on it. It's got a picture here, shows you all the diagrams, like A, B, C, and D for your dimensions. You put in your frequency you want it to be, you press enter, and it tells you how long to make the top part of the section, how long to make the pole, how long to make the bottom section, your attachment point for your feed point. It gives you all the dimensions and it configures all that out from whatever frequency you want to make the J-pole for. But it's just an example how you can upload files and download files right off there. And so if we wanted to make a place as our club organization to help people, which I'd like to do one day, is get proficient with code plugs and programming radios. I'd like to see a club possibly buy different programming cables for most any radio. One simple one's like this one here that has 8 different connectors on it.
And that could work on the radio that I started passing around. It's not a radio. It's an
Exactly.
internet-connected radio.
So this will work on both things, Kenwood, ICOMs, there's this multitude of radios this thing would actually program.
And I also have a passing around a embedded programming gizmo that I use on surface mount to through hole to whatever. 0 insertion force sockets. It'll hook up to Centronics and or the regular current day units that go cope to my computers.
Well, I'd like to see us be able to help people program their radios, and we have sessions like maybe after a club meeting.
So I can read and write the firmware anywhere, any way, shape, or form.
But if we got access to that and we have the right cables for all the radios, we can program it after a meeting. Or like we're having a field day and we're doing Parks on the Air. Take our laptop, our organization's laptop, because we're doing POTA anyway. We'll have a laptop there. We build program radios out in the field while we're doing Parks on the Air for anybody that walks up. Get people involved. Got your Bofang, your TYT, your Anytone. If we have access to the code plugs, we can do it. And this would be a good place to actually store the code plugs where anybody can go in there and download it. But you can't help somebody if you don't have the code plug. So it would be a good place that we could organize and keep code plugs for everybody. I don't know of anywhere locally that's doing that. There's a couple of sites that have tried it, but they're so far outdated and they're not even attempting to try to make that a thing anymore. That may not never happen, but this is a good place I got it set up where you can upload files, and that would be a good place that you can do code plugs. So that's just an option with this forum software.
Pi Zero, world's smallest computer.
So I encourage everybody to check out the new forum, register, and like I said, everybody get active on it. We do have All-Star.
Daniel, this Pi Zero, world's smallest computer, will work to handle DMR, D-Star, APCO 25, and what's that other one? And the way it works is, all it needs is 5 volts and a hotspot in your car, for instance. And then you've got about a 2-mile range outward. For any of those protocols.
Yeah. We are running All-Star on the 7.6 machine.
This is old style.
And I have it set up on our 6 meter, which I'm working on. Oh, done perfect. On our 6 meter machine. My 220 machine, which is not on the air yet. The transmitter's not.
Is that the 53330?
That one's on the air, but it's not. I have this hooked up, but I got to hook the transmitter to this. There is some confusion on how All-Star works. If you ever on the repeater and you hear somebody talking from Alaska, or you hear a net going on, and you're like, these people aren't here. They're somebody from Arizona, and he's talking to somebody over here, and they're talking about RVing, and there's people all over, and I don't understand.
Snow that we ain't got.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Well, it's more than likely, it's like Wires X. It's coming over through the internet. And it's hooked, the other day I had it hooked to a Do Drop In was the name of it. And you can go online, look them up. It's dodropin.org or .net. You can Google it, you'll figure it out. Do Drop In is the name of the node. And their claim to fame is they run the most nets of anywhere. So every 2 or 3 hours, they have a net running. And some of them pretty interesting. I like one on, I think it's Thursday night, is a RV network net. Anyway, if you hear something like that going on, it's just like any other net on any other repeater. You can key up your radio, go through our repeater, and join in on the net. There's nothing that's stopping you from being heard. If you can hear them, they can hear you. All you got to do is key your radio up. On anything on All-Star, it's all analog. If you do hear digital traffic like D-Star, DMR, Fusion, which you can hear, it's analog. What's happening is somebody has set up a node, and they got special software that converts that digital signal over to analog. It goes out through the internet. It's digital. Everything on the internet's digital. But when it comes back out through to your radio and through the transmitter, it's analog. It's the way this is set up. This is sitting at my house. It's hooked to got an Ethernet cable. Or you can use wireless. Mine's hardwired. Hooked to the internet. It's just like the hotspot.
And this can be the server.
Yeah.
Running just the All-Star software.
This is just the glorified hotspot hooked up. Now, how is this getting into our repeater? Well, got a special cable. Looks up a USB port, runs around over here, and hooked to a transmitter receiver. Hooked to your Kenwood V71. Use most any radio that you can interface with. We're actually using a Motorola CDM 1250 or CDM 1550 commercial radios. The cable comes out of here. The radio is actually running simplex mode, meaning it's only receiving or it's transmitting. It's not transmitting and receiving at the same time. If you think about it, it's not doing both at the same time. If it's transmitting, it's receiving the signal off the internet, sending it to the transmitter, transmits it. It's just like me keying my microphone up and talking on my radio to the repeater.
A slightly technical term relating to that is half duplex rather than full duplex. Full duplex is like on a normal telephone you're talking on. You hear what they're saying and they hear what you're saying and you try to talk over each other. Of course, with push to talk, you can't do that. It's one or the other, half duplex.
Yeah. This is that's called a simplex node because it's working simplex. But yeah, it's not duplex. Anyway, it's just like me keying up the radio. The repeater's repeating whatever I'm keying into it. Well, this thing is transmitting whatever the internet's sending to it. And so this is sending the signal off the internet to the transmitter, to my radio. The transmitter is just transmitting it, and it transmits it on our input frequency of the repeater. And so this thing is transmit to the input frequency of the repeater transmits it. Everybody hears it. Everybody's thinking, where is this coming from? Well, it's being
Daniel,
transmitted to the input of the repeater. That's why you hear it. Just like and myself, anybody keying up the repeater.
Daniel.
And the way it hears it is whenever you key it up, the transmitter transmits, and you unkey, well, the transmitter or the repeater transmits. Now the radio hooked to this is receiving. Well, when it receives, it breaks the squelch. It notifies this machine here, the Raspberry Pi, that's all this is. And the Raspberry Pi, hey, core operated squelch knows that there's a signal there. So it actually keys up and sends that signal, whatever it's receiving, to the internet. And so everybody
with appropriate conversions if needed.
Well, all ours is analog. Yes, Justin.
I think Jay on the Zoom connection had a question for you, Daniel.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Would you mind? Was that your that device you got, the Raspberry Pi? Could you hold it in front of the camera for just a moment so I can see what it looks like, please?
Yes, sir. Yeah. It's this one is a Raspberry Pi 2. This is the old black box. You can use the Raspberry Pi 3 or 4 or 5. That's the inside of it.
Okay.
This happens to be a Raspberry Pi 3. Yeah, this is a 3. Got an aftermarket or special heat sink on it. That has it's a small Raspberry Pi. They pretty amazing. They're actually a computer. Got an HDMI output for the video screen. Audio.
Okay.
Got 3 COM ports on it, an Ethernet port.
Okay, and you're using that as a hotspot?
The connection, like a Pi hat, all types of accessories you can add to it. We're doing all kinds of, like the Pi Zero Jack was just showing everybody passing around the room. It's like a half-size version of this, but it actually has a board that you plug in on top of it, which is a radio. It's a like a 400 milliwatt transmitter. So it turns that little Pi Zero into a radio. It's a low power radio with antenna connectors on it. And that's how a hotspot works. It takes the internet signal, turns into a radio signal. And that's how a hotspot works.
Okay.
This thing, when you hook up a 50 watt transmitter or radio to it, it's a really glorified hotspot.
All right. Well, very good. Thank you very much for showing me that.
Our repeater system. It's just a glorified hotspot tied into the input and output of our repeater.
All right.
And something else that one reason I want to get all our repeaters with a node or a All-Star Node
Oh, that's fine.
Might have been three.
is what we can do when we're running, like the Connors running this crossing net. What we can actually do is we can connect our 7.6 repeater to the 6 meter repeater, to the 440 repeater, to the 220 repeater, and essentially tie them all together right over the internet. And anytime we're running the net on one of our repeaters, we can essentially tie all the repeaters together, and it's like magic. Now we're doing a net on all of our repeaters simultaneously, which is really cool. And if we wanted to, we could tie other repeaters in with it at the same time. Emergency situations, if we needed to, any other repeaters, the beaches, Donnie has those repeaters set up with All-Star. So if we ever needed to or wanted to, we can do a group thing. We can tie into any repeater that has All-Star node. Just a really neat feature. I'm still working on learning how everything works myself. Once I do, this forum and our website, I want to make pages on both of them to educate everybody else on how to use it and the workings of it, so everybody can enjoy it and utilize it. Right now, I got to learn how to do it myself before I can teach everybody else how to use it. So if anybody wants to study it and learn about it, All-Star does have some information out there you can read on. That I found it to be hard reading, but yeah, it's just another aspect that we're getting into. I think it's going to be great for our repeater system and tying stuff together. It's definitely going to be simpler than having a voter and having different RF links running around everywhere, trying to connect repeaters together when we want to. The new system, the new All-Star, they, like a distro is what they call it, All-Star 3.
It runs on different platforms. You got Pi 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. Well, the new one actually has a voting capacity. So somehow it can take, if you have receivers around everywhere or repeaters around everywhere, like we have our voter, instead of voting the best signal off whichever receiver and then transmitting the highest quality signal out to the transmitter, the new All-Star 3, whatever it is, software has voting capabilities built into it. And I'm assuming that means that if we have all of our repeaters hooked to an All-Star node and we wanted to vote whichever Orange Park repeater, whichever one we wanted to use or utilize, whoever it's getting the best signal from, it's going to take that signal, like you're talking about earlier, Jack, about the multicasting. Well, with this, you'll have essentially everything. You have remote receivers everywhere, and this will vote everything into.
So presumably, any of us on any of our repeaters anywhere could be heard on any of the rest of them.
Exactly. Which is super
and
cool.
The repeater that was picking you up the best would be the one putting you out on the rest of them.
Without having to have a complicated voter, without having to have RF links everywhere, without having to have a different site, more antennas.
Just a server this size.
It's amazing. So yeah, yep. And moving on.
One thing about this server, in order to use it in the car, hanging from the rear view mirror, I feed it 5 volts. You need a Wi-Fi hotspot, but not only do you need a Wi-Fi hotspot, the vehicles turn off the Wi-Fi hotspot when you turn off the vehicle, unless it has a code modification that I put in. which is allowable by the manufacturers of automobiles.
Your cell phone, as long as you got cell phone service.
Well, no, this is right in the code in the vehicle.
Well, I'm talking if you're out hiking, you don't have your car with you. But if you have your cell phone, you can use your hotspot on your cell phone.
You could.
And you
Any
could,
hotspot.
you could essentially have access to anything. And also with your cell phone, you have an app you can put on your cell phone, similar to the Echolink app, where you can use your cell phone and talk on any one of any repeaters that we have connected to a node without having a radio.
On the planet.
Yep, on the planet, as long as they have a all-star node hooked to it. With your phone without owning a cheap Bofang radio. You got a $600 or $1,000 cell phone. That's a nice radio. Put it to use. There's apps you can put on your phone. Once you learn how to do it, you can control just off your cell phone. Okay, we got a net coming up. I'm up in New Jersey. We're out traveling in Arizona. The net's coming up. I'm not here. Well, Connor's wanting to run the Friday Night Frosty net. Okay, well, I can just pull up my cell phone and I can connect the 6-meter repeater, the 440 repeater, the 7.6 repeater, and 220 repeater. Just click, click, click. Now they're all connected.
And also, you can create talk groups or talk rooms, however you want to think of it.
Yeah.
Like 31128 is for Florida ARES.
Yeah.
You can create North Florida DMR for people who are on DMR in North Florida, and on and on.
It's amazing. All right, Curtis.
Yeah.
I know we was wanting to do, or you was wanting to do a fox hunt this month.
Yep.
We need to get together and make up rules, how we want to do it, guidelines.
It's no rules. What it will be is it will be me on a handy-talkie somewhere in the city of Jacksonville. I'll take over the repeater. First person to find me.
An analog repeater?
It's gonna be the 7.6 machine. I'm gonna take over the 7.6 machine. I'll talk to you people. I'll jam the repeater. I'll do whatever's necessary. There'll be a time limit to find me, and whoever finds me first, the club's gonna toss in some.
No. All right, we've lost audio again.
I'm not gonna be any powder Now, and the time, I'll start jamming the dead on 7 o'clock.
7 p.m.
7
Yep.
p.m.
Yeah, there it goes.
Yep. Curtis was talking about the jamming the repeater.
Yep.
This coming up Tuesday. Is it this coming Tuesday?
Yes.
Yeah, it's this coming Tuesday, and it'll be just like somebody was on the repeater that has taken their radio and dropped it in the floorboard of the car.
Or
The microphone's keyed up, and you gotta find them a little note. The microphone's keyed up,
Or
or you have a
malicious-
bad actor.
or malicious interference.
Yeah, a bad actor,
Yeah.
somebody on the repeater that's intentionally doing
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
And they're not gonna tell you where they're at. You're gonna have to find them from scratch. And that's the way it's gonna be with me. But I will tell you, I will be on a handy-talkie. I will not be on a mobile radio. My truck will be visible, and I will be visible. My truck has no antennas on it whatsoever. So, but I will be visible from the road, from at least 3 sides.
Now, one other point of interest maybe. we had a system for when this happened ad hoc with bad actors called the birthday party. And the birthday party meant that someone would be having a birthday party at their house for themselves, giving talk-ins to people to their house. They're effectively net control for anybody on the messed up frequency. And what that would do is give you a way to coordinate somewhat and, establish maybe some back channels and off channels and whatnot. And we recovered radios doing that.
Yeah, it's, if you guys want to coordinate with each other as far as moving to a simplex frequency and helping each other find me, if you're on a base station and can't get out there and get mobile, and you've got a beam antenna, you want to point it in a certain direction, say, hey, he's this direction. I'm not going to vary my power. I will be on a 5-watt radio. So just come find me. That's all I got to say is come find me if you can.
And
There will be a 2-hour time limit. At 8:30, I start counting down, and at 9 o'clock, I go off the air.
if nobody finds you, you roll over the price of the next month.
That's it. It rolls over to the following month, and whoever finds me first will be the rabbit for the next month, or the fox for the next month.
And how about if there's a 2-person team in the car, one driving and one trailing?
Whoever the vehicle belongs to gets the prize,
And they can split it the way they
and
want.
they can split it the way they want to.
First,
First
it's on
person
my
to
wife
find
and
me.
driving.
First person to find me. That's the rules.
I think
There are no rules.
I think it'd be a fun project, educational, and it'd just be good knowledge. Everybody gets out there and learns how to do it and learns how to fox hunt. And it can come in handy one day if we actually do have a real jammer out here causing miscellaneous jamming of our repeater.
Yeah, the last 30 minutes, I'll be narrowing my location down. You've got mail.
So, yeah,
I will narrow my location down to where within the last 10 minutes, if you can't find me, you don't know where I'm at.
So then we could do a third Tuesday version where we do digital geofencing.
No. We're not going to complicate it. We're going to make it easy.
I agree.
all right, we're running a little bit long here, Jack. So
Is it
I know you
8:30?
had a presentation. If you wanted to go ahead with that.
Oh, I kind of did it in the background while you were going.
Oh, okay.
It kind of played into what you were talking about a little bit.
Okay. And somebody, I hope it was nobody in the room here, but was passing the word around that the meeting was canceled tonight.
Yep.
I don't know if that was a ploy to better your chances of winning the door prize,
Why didn't I think of that?
but no, the meeting is going full. But yeah, we got the HR 2600 Uniden, brand new radio that we're giving away. I mean, the radio is probably been out of production for 20 plus years, but it was donated to the club. I opened it up and it looks brand new.
Does it have a flashlight built into it?
It's not a Chinese radio. I think the original receipt was in it. Assuming I left it in there. But yeah, let's make a drawing.
So it's 10 meter all mode.
10 meter all mode,
AM, FM, CW,
AM, FM, CW.
no digital.
They didn't have digital.
Well,
Well, I guess they did, yeah. But yeah, no digital.
Jack itself.
These used to be real popular and still are for being the 2510s, I think is what it was. CBers, myself, would modify them and use them for 11 meters.
Oh, yeah.
This is the newer model,
And we used to,
2600.
decades ago, we used to take the 27 megahertz radios, change the master crystal of the crystal plexing and make it into a 28 megahertz radio.
But the FCC caught on to them and made them stop. This CPU or processor and this one is not modifiable. You have to take the processor out of a 2510 and put in this one to make it modifiable.
Unless
This-
you have my embedded systems programming tools.
Where's my ticket at?
Here's your able-bodied assistant.
Yeah, yeah. Where's my ticket? Oh, you got it? Okay.
I'm gonna let somebody pull
Where's the bottom of this thing?
it.
No, there isn't. I think I just got one. And you notice I did not look into the bucket.
Oh, I'm not worried about you.
But a good thing too, I need to come up here on top where this, where the, on the forum and make an announcement up here about the fox hunt. And I'll do that, but nobody knows about the forum as of yet. We'll get the word out. All right, the ticket number 6019. Oh yeah, and you can't win twice in a row. You kidding me, Jack?
6019. Doesn't that say 6019?
Yes.
Yes.
It's guaranteed for life, right?
There's your radio. It just left his hand.
Woohoo! This I can figure out how to work. The FTM 50D Yaesu. I can receive on it.
20 feet, whichever came first.
Yeah, good luck getting that home if Linda sees it.
In order to do any of the analog modes, you have to use manual 3, and I'm only printed out. I come with one manual, and then manual 2 I printed out. Now I got to print manual 3.
How do you do that, Jack?
Carefully.
You want to donate it back and have another drawing?
Not particularly. Well, here, I'll donate these. Half a watt.
You want to?
Sure.
All right, we'll do another drawing.
This goes with it. That's the programming and powering
What
cord.
we got here?
That's a cloning cord and the programming cord. They're half watt radios that,
License for FRS radio?
something like that. They're almost $4 worth on TeamU.
All right, for a drawing for prepare family service radio. That Jack has donated.
Am I included in the drawing still?
No.
I'll disqualify myself.
As long as you got a ticket in the butt.
Well, where's my, did you put my ticket back in the bucket? 19 it is in?
That's
Okay.
620.
I'm off by 1.
That would be, I was off by 2 on the first one and 1 on the second.
He's already got his
Can't
experience doing
donate
these
that back, I
together.
really, thank you, but no.
All right, we'll do another drawing.
Pick a number.
Hey, Daniel,
Oh, my God.
do we have to be present to win, or are there tickets for Jay and for Justin?
Door prizes, you got to be present to win.
Door prize got to be present to win. Sorry, guys.
6023. Hey.
Yay!
All right.
Now be careful, these are half watt radios and you don't want to QRM the whole world with them.
Right.
RF,
Now I have to see what I want. Oh, walkie-talkie.
great for the
And
kids.
I'm going in back to the club.
You can.
Well, you can donate it back and they'll do another drawing.
Kids,
Right now.
grandchildren or something.
Yeah, grandkids.
I don't have any grandchildren, but who has grandchildren?
I do.
Well,
So you already
oh my
won.
God.
I got 3 of them.
Okay, that's nice.
Anybody want?
Save it for next meeting, maybe?
Yeah, I can do that.
I've got about 4 sets of those already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not charged up yet.
Yeah.
Oh, and before we call meeting to an end, I want to talk about, our December meeting. This year, I'd like to have a meeting,
On the first Tuesday.
no, well, yeah, regular meeting date. And do something different. I'd like to have take care of the business, do the treasury report, whatever we have. But then I'd like to have everybody come to the meeting, bring a wrapped gift or in a bag or something, supposedly around $10 value or whatever. It can be a used gift, used radio equipment, whatever you want to get rid of. And I think it's called like the White Elephant game or something. The name might be wrong, but
White Elephant gift exchange, whatever.
But yeah, if we take, this is the gist of it, I might have it wrong, but everybody gets a number. And then the numbers go in a hat or something, and all the gifts are set out on the table or up front here or something like that. And when a number is drawn, the person that got a number comes up and picks a bag of gift and opens it, and that's your gift. Then we draw another number out of the hat, and that person with that number comes up and picks a wrapped gift.
Point of information, the second person can choose whether he wants any previously picked gift
Steal.
or one from the cash.
And
Yeah.
nobody unwraps until we're finished swapping them around.
Not
Right.
everybody can
Right,
unwrap.
every time everybody has a number that goes up and can pick from the pile of gifts, he can also go around the room and take anybody else's gift
Oh, I
Yeah.
got you.
instead.
Instead of picking somebody's off a gift here, you can steal somebody's pre-picked gift from anybody. So it's not really yours till the end of the game.
Right, because somebody can take it from you.
And then if they come, like you just picked that radio up and that was your gift. Well, if you're not the last person, I'm the second to the last person, and I come up here now, I've got a choice.
And I'm the last person, and I'll take it from you.
If I can come get that radio, and now it's mine. And you, after that, you get to come back up and pick another gift.
So is this a 2,600 watt radio?
I think it is, and Martian calculation. But I played it a couple of times when we were volunteering for the Christmas party in John Penn Camp, and we've really enjoyed it. It's been a fun little game. So I propose that we do something like that for the December meeting. It's just fun. We've had fun when we did.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I think that would be something that we could do that everybody would enjoy. And bring your wife and the kids, they can all participate. Just everybody bring a gift so everybody have a chance to pick a gift. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking we'll do for
Should we set a dollar limit?
yeah, $10.
$10.
Yeah. Something new, or if you got a piece of ham radio equipment, that's in good shape naturally.
Yeah.
And if you want to bring a $400 radio, go for it. Yeah, try to keep it around $10. But yeah, go ahead, Justin.
I make a motion that we close the meeting and then we can continue any other conversations in the parking lot because we're getting close to, we're at 8:30 right now.
Yep.
So
All right, I'll second.
is there a second?
Sounds good. Well, thank you everybody for coming out. I've enjoyed it. Let's see. We'll, do it again for next month. Like I said,
use a hand carrying this extra stuff since I broke my back.
I'll help you get it out, Jack.
I've got a quick question, and I'm gonna probably get about 8 different answers.
Yes, sir.
I'm basically in the mood for a new 270 transceiver mobile.
A what?
If you want cheap, the AC 6000 is great.
I've been looking at that one. 2 meter, 70 centimeter transceiver.
And it's
70 centimeter only?
No, 2 meter, 70 crossband, dual band,
Mobile or handy talkie?
mobile. I've got a handy talkie. I've got an FT5, 530.
So I just got the FT 6000.
Thanks, Justin. Thanks, Jay, for coming. Via
Yeah,
Zoom.
thank you.
To one channel.
Thank you, Jay, for showing up and coming to the meeting.
It's not true dual.
And
If you want
Justin,
to spend more money, ICOM has a 2730, which is a true dual
Yeah,
band.
I'll have to get after Paul for leaving too early.
At the same time, if that's important to you. Cost.
we're still working on the online present and online meetings. Hopefully, we're improving.
Yes,
Uh,
I've got an 88.
We'll keep working at it, but we're trying to make it convenient for everybody. Even if you can't show up in person, we're still trying to,
Because I know the my
yeah,
HD,
do it online.
my 530
It's a work in process.
Mhm.
Progress, should I say. But thank you for showing up and hanging in there with us.
Not only
Come to the fox hunt.
2 radios in the box, but also C4 FM as well as analog.
All right, I'm going to shut the meeting down and
Close it out.
Like I said, I'd probably get
Thanks again, guys.
6 to 8 different opinions.
where's the end button?
For cheap, 2730, like you said, 2730.
End meeting for all.
The icon.